This is Chris.
Here, we found it.
Hey, what's up, my loves? Here we are with another video of Last Day on Earth, and the update is about to drop. In fact, it's possible that for some of the stores, like the Roo store or the Galaxy store, one of those that usually gets it a bit earlier, you might already have it available. For the Play Store and the Apple Store, it's very likely to come out today, but in any case, Kefir tells us it's going to be released this week. The trailer you just watched is really amazing. Let's watch it again, but this time let's analyze it a bit, okay? So you can see, especially for those who haven't watched the update video, which is uploaded on my YouTube channel, but even for those who have seen it, it's still pretty spectacular to watch. Let's go over here. Let's watch it as you've already seen it, okay? At the beginning, let's watch it and analyze a bit what we're seeing, okay? Hi, I'm Chris.
We found it.
I'm here. We found it, okay? This whole area, the swamp area, you can see there's some kind of camp with lights, okay? Let's go over here a bit. Ooh, oh. This is the first boss we're going to encounter when we go to the Watchtower, okay? When we go to the Swamp Watchtower, and it's part of the Survivor's Path mission. This is the Irradiator. This could be the Alpha Irradiator, since we'll find smaller Irradiators in many camps. But the Alpha Irradiator is a boss, like the other Irradiators, but bigger with a lot more health. So it spends much more time shooting, throwing a bunch of bombs, okay? Dealing area damage, a bunch of things, and it will probably be part of the daily missions we have to do when we want to defeat the Leviathan. Let's keep watching. There it is, screaming. We're running with our NBC suits. A teammate falls to the ground there, okay? But I've already seen that everyone has to wear NBC suits here, the CBRN, a combination of both suits, okay? We arrive at this first camp, all right? Here it already tells us, caution, quarantine area with torches. There are lights and a character who separates from the group. Watch out. Splitting up is usually not a good idea. We start aiming everywhere. And now we start to see, well, our first character is going to be, well, I think this one got taken out right away, right? I think the Irradiator got this one right away, right? I mean, he turned around here. This poor man was shot by the Irradiator, but it wasn't enough. The team keeps searching the camp. I've seen these come out here too. Be careful, they're explosive, okay? What you see here are like the miasmas from the island area, from the islands. But it's a bit different because this creates an expanding area, okay? It explodes everything inside the area, it deals damage, and increases your radiation. You have to be really careful with these giant spores that are around, okay? So be careful there too. All right, let's keep investigating. Watch out for this big guy. All right, this big guy has a couple of explosions, but he's also pretty cool. This chubby one has a couple of explosions. He explodes once when you take off a kind of armor, and then again when he gets down to 1 health, okay? You can't fully kill him like other zombies. For example, explosive ones won't explode if you deplete their health at once, but that's not possible with this one. We'll see if weapons like the super discharge can stop him from exploding, but this one still has a couple of explosions. One when his armor is removed, and another when he dies, or when he has just 1 health left and self-destructs. It's pretty cool too. Look, this is the first ATV skin. It's probably also the one we'll all get, because this one is free. You can get it in the Genesis store. And the second one, the Wasteland Warrior skin, which is this awesome skin that I already showed in a video, okay? Here's the cover I uploaded recently. It's great, but we're unsure if it'll cost money. At least this one's available, though not as impressive. It's definitely nicer than the basic one, especially since we've seen that one so often. This version is smoother, sleeker, and more professional. All the teammates here are dead. Everyone who made it here, both the Irradiator and the rest of the zombies, they've all been taken out. And here we come, arriving with the Robo dog. A few interesting things. We show up with the ATV skin. We arrive with the Robo dog that's already prepared, okay? Ready to carry chests. You already know that the Robo dog usually carries a chest. But with upgrades, it can carry up to 3 chests at once. Chests or generators, okay? Because in the swamp, we have to find generators, and we're wearing the Exoskeleton. That's one of the skins, all right? That comes with this swamp update. You see it has like some metal parts on the arms and stuff. That's an exoskeleton that helps us with strength, okay? Lifting heavy weights, all right? Giving us a lot of strength. Although in this case, it's just cosmetic, all right? We see the Robo dog moving forward. We pull out our Genesis pistol. Genesis pistol for everything. The few left die as we go. Hey, he's really going full gangsta, shooting sideways. We've got a real gangsta character here, right? And here we have our little dog. You can see he's wearing this frame. That's the frame he uses to collect chests. We're in our exoskeletons. The place is packed with zombies. This camp is where we come to do the... Oh! Look, right there, up close. There we have the Alpha Irradiator. That's the one that finished off all the others. In any case, these Irradiators in the camps are smaller. They don't have much health, okay? I think they had 90 health, maybe 100, very little health, okay? And we're going to kill this one pretty easily. But they're the offspring of the Great Irradiator, which is the boss that has a lot more health. But anyway, these are smaller, and even though they have a stun area and do some things, they're much easier to defeat. And here, this just appears. And that's it. Once we've killed them, okay? The alligator appears there, okay? It's the Leviathan that we have to defeat. You've already seen how to defeat it in the video I uploaded about the trial. Even so, I'll upload guides about all of this, okay? About all these areas. About the Survivor's Path, about the Leviathan, the Irradiator. We'll make guides about all these things, especially to do it as cheaply as possible. We can easily overspend in this area if we're not careful. Both close in EBQ, in RBQ, and Genesis weapons. So we'll have to try to save up and spend as little as possible to make it as cost-effective as possible. Notice that Fear tells us it's coming out this week. In fact, there are people who are already starting to send out the update notes, because it's likely, as I said, that in some of the stores, like the Roo store or the Galaxy store, it may have already been released. Or even in the Apple store, okay? As I mentioned, I have the Play Store and can't check it right now. Still, if we go into the Play Store, this also applies to other updates in my case. You can see here it says update available. Survive in the swampy region. So here we can already see that the update is available. But there's a catch, my friend. If you go into last day, here you usually see that it already says update available. And you get the option to update. This isn't true, okay? Because if you go here, you always have to go to what's new. And you have to check the notes, okay? That's the important part, okay? The notes are technical improvements and bug fixes. So this update that shows up for me is the last bug fix update that I didn't install, okay? Usually until they force you to update, because I don't realize when these kinds of updates come out, okay? And if I update, what it's going to update is not this update, okay? So you can see that this update is already available, and you can download it and play it. The update notes should already be showing up here. Even though it's in Russian, it's likely because it's from the Roo store, the Russian store. Thanks to Vino Pordino for the image. All the notes appear here, but they're in Russian, so we can't read them. This is the update. If you see something similar, not in Russian, change the language if it is, since that's an issue, but this is what you should see. All the notes from the latest update should appear, the one you want to download. If not, you can still download it, but downloading a previous update won't give you the latest one until you see it here in the news section. The update notes show up no matter how much you click here. Why does it show up like this? Because usually, when there's a big update or they're announcing it ahead of time, if you go to the Play Store a day or two before, they'll usually post update on such and such day. And maybe they'll say update on August 12th when that day comes, okay? The update will be available because it's already August 12th. But maybe, okay? It's August 12th at 8 p.m. Russian time, okay? And maybe there are still a few hours left. So, the update will likely come out today. Since it might already be August 12th in other time zones, it could align with the 13th here. Dates may shift, so even if it appears, the update isn't always available right away. Check the news section for confirmation. Guys, if you've been following my videos and streams, you already know my tips. The main changes are in the laboratory, the port, and especially the swamp. After the alpha update, corpses in the laboratory didn't disappear for me, but if you have important items there, remove them just in case. Focus on corpses on floors 1 and 3, and boxes inside the laboratory, both at the port and entrance. You don't need to touch anything outside by the cement mixer, as nothing disappears there. Remove any corpses in the watchtower in the ash zone, since that's changing too. If you have the SUV in time, it's really helpful. Go ahead and farm some ash wood now that it's easier to get, and also some other materials like lead. And while you're at it, grab some corn, and if you want, some sprouts and a bit of sulfur. But most importantly, the key part is the ash wood, because from now on, it's going to be a bit harder to get and to process. Guys, the update is coming, and most likely it will be today, or at the latest tomorrow. That's why I'm saying there's a bit of time zone juggling. So keep checking the Play Store, the Apple Store, or whatever store you have on your device. But don't worry, because as soon as the update arrives, I'll be live on my Twitch channel, like I do pretty much every day. And I'll see you there. As soon as this mega update for the swamp comes out, guys, if you like the video, leave me a big like, share it with all your friends, and you already know that here, the most important thing is to subscribe and earn it.